Hello, name is Ventrix, and here are my overall thoughts on the Monster Hunter Wilds beta. I never played the Gamescom or any of the other convention builds, so this is my first ever hands-on experience playing it. I played for just a little over 18 hours in total, which I wish I had more time, but real life stuff comes first. So I'm going to talk about the good and the bad things I experienced in the beta. I'm not good at yapping or talking in general, so this will be a pretty short video. Also, I may forget about some stuff, so bear with me. The good part. 1. The environment is amazing. I love the transition from the time of plenty to the inclemency period. Just the sight of the sandstorm brewing and rolls over you, and the scenery and lighting changes just feels epic. 2. Multiple monsters of the same species being in the map at the same time just makes the world feel alive. And the fact that turf wars can happen whether we are near the monsters or not is amazing. Like you're just walking around and a notification pops up saying a monster is having a turf war with another monster. And I'm thinking, oh wow, we're being an actual animal, picking fights with other animals. And that just feels natural, you know? 3. Slinger pods. There are a lot of slinger pod types and I love it. Coming from Monster Hunter World where basically only thorn pods were useful for their ability to inflict KO, the pods in Wilds are pretty fun to use. For example, the bleeding pods, which you grab from the small crocodilian monsters in the river. They can inflict extra damage if you shoot it into a wounded part. And the heavy severing part you get from breaking big monster parts, in the beta these inflict pretty hefty damage. But we have to see whether the damage will get adjusted for the endgame. Even if it's still the same damage as in the beta, it's still pretty good damage. It's free damage, you know. You can shoot it anytime you want. It can even reach monsters that are flying. And if you're having a hard time reaching a monster, you can just shoot it. Now, for the bad part of the beta. Number 1, of course, performance. Oh, performance. I am playing on GeForce 2070 Super, and it was bad. I had to put a lot, if not all, the settings to low and put it on balance, just so the game doesn't look too bad. When I'm playing on performance and ultra performance, I think even World looks better. And the game eats 9 gigabytes of RAM when I check with Test Manager. But the developer said that they are already working on improving the performance, so we have to see how it is at launch. 2. The Sacred. I don't like when moving the Sacred, you need to press and hold a button to stop. With keyboard, it's Z. I like moving when I press forward and stop when I release the button press. With Sacred, pressing the forward button only serves to start moving and as the direction. Speeding up and slowing down uses the shift button and the Z button respectively. Maybe that's just me, but it doesn't feel very intuitive in my opinion. I expect my character to stop if I don't press W. 3. Impact sounds. After playing the Switch Axe and the Greatsword, hits don't feel as satisfying as in Monster Hunter World. The impact sounds feel dull, so my weapon just feels dull all the time even though it's supposed to be sharp. I think it needs a little more oomph in my opinion. Bring back, or maybe not bring back the sound effects of World, but maybe bring back the feeling a bit, you know? 4. Monsters run away too fast. In my hunt against Raidao, it ran away like 5 or 6 times in one hunt. Sometimes it just stays in one spot for just 3 attacks and then moves to another spot. It felt like 1/3 of the hunt is just chasing after monsters and it felt horrible. I think monsters should keep fighting until their health reaches a threshold and at max run away 4 times. 5 is too much. Overall, the beta is great, with some obvious downsides of course, but I'm sure most of them will be fixed by the time the game is released. I really do think that Monster Hunter Wilds could be game of the year, and I just can't wait to play it when it releases in February. That's all from me. I hope you guys are excited as I am for the release, and I will see you later. Also, I will be doing a Switch X review, so keep an eye out for that. Goodbye.